Hey guys, Chad with Colorado Giants. Here today inside the dining room because it is snowing outside. We have gotten in the last I don't know, probably 24 hours or so, 6 to 8 inches of snow. I have drifts out in my backyard that are knee high. I had to go get some of my pots here just a few minutes ago and some of my product that I'm adding into the soil, and I had to walk out to the shed. That was knee high all the way out to the backyard into the shed. So we're doing this inside because my seedling pumpkins are too large for their peat pots, and they got to go into some big boy pots. So I'm mixing myself up some soil here. What I have is seed starting soil. I have already given it a good dousing of mycorrhiza, and now I'm mixing in some azos. So then I kind of mix it all in. I mix it up really good, and just kind of like you're making a big messy dirty cake. Mix that up. This is just seed starting soil that has mycorrhiza in it. It has some humic. It has a lot of peat, handful of things. Nothing special about it. It's seed starting soil. I had some Fox Farm seed starting soil, and then I didn't think I had enough, so I braved the snow and I went out to Home Depot and I got just the Miracle Grow, some of the Miracle Grow product as well. So I think that's decently mixed. What I do is I start all my seeds, or I grow my seeds rather, in pots that I have. So I've cut these pots in half and I've taped them together. The bottom's cut, it's taped together. Some people use the grow bags. There's nothing wrong with the grow bag at all. I don't know. Something about the grow bag just feels a little flimsy to me, so I like a pot that's been cut and is also flimsy, so works for me. So we fill that up with soil, shake it down, fill it all the way up to the top, pretty much to the top anyway. And then my seedlings are in peat pots, so take out enough that a peat pot will go in there. And try not to compact this. This is, the seedling plant. You want the roots to grow as fast as they can, get as much nutrients go into the plant as possible. So there you go. You can see that we have the pot. There's a little indentation within the pot for the pot to go. We're going to grab one of the seedlings. This is the 1662 tobacco. These are the two that I'm growing. I'm going to grow the 1662 tobacco and then the 1998 jutras. Both big orange pumpkins that have a little bit, the jutras has some clements, some 13, 17, and the tobacco has the 1916. Both pumpkins have in common the 1916. The seed that Miss Cheese is growing is the 1367 new, which is the 1947 crossed with the 1916. So I'm trying to stay within the gene pool of the Clements and the Baron with a little bit of outcross in the tobacco. So if everything goes according to plan next year, I will be able to cross back a new cross to the 1317 and hopefully get a bigger, oranger, heavier genetic pumpkin is the grand plan. But that's next year and we're in this year. So we know we're outgrowing the pots because the roots are starting to show. The tobacco might be a little behind. The jutras, these were started on the very late in the evening on the 10th. The jutras seeds had roots just exploding out of these little peat pots. So you want to be very careful not to damage the roots from this. Like if you're doing a tree or you're planting anything else that's been kind of cultivated, you want to break up the root ball. We who grow giant fruits and vegetables in a very short growing window don't want our plants to get root bound, so you want to be careful not to damage the roots. You want to transplant them before you get root bound, because you want the roots to grow wild and free and absorb all the nutrients they want to. So you don't want to damage the roots, you don't want to get root bound. And yeah, man, you can see the roots on this already. The lighting in here is not very good, so if you can't see, you'll just have to take my word for it. But there's a lot of roots there, so I kind of peel off the sides and then I'll peel off the bottom. The potential for catastrophic disaster in this kind of crumbling does exist, but we'll cross our fingers that that won't happen. So you can see we're not really damaging the roots. We're going to put this down in there. And there you go. That is how they say you do that. So then we'll backfill some soil around it. And there you go. Kind of, I'm pressing a little bit, compacting the soil just a skosh. And there we go. So I have 2 of the tobacco seeds, I have 2 of the jutra seeds. And I'm trying to bury these a little bit deeper. They were getting kind of leggy. So leggy is just the stem was getting kind of tall. So trying to bury these a little bit deeper. You can come check out these ones. These are the 2 jutras plants. They're doing really well, really well. You can already see the first true leaves are beginning to start on them, and they're doing very, very well. The last seedling, so you can see, I'll bring it over. Is the second tobacco. That one, the true leaf is already forming. And like I said, these were planted on the night of the 10th. We started these probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and they're doing quite well. You can see they're getting kind of leggy. They were down here. I'm going to raise these all the way up so they're pretty much touching the light, because you just don't want your stem to get huge. It's just asking for a problem when you put it outside in the wind. So we're going to go ahead, transplant the last of these. These are some of the other seeds. This was a test, a test of the 1367 new. Came out really well. We're going to start some real ones. This might end up being a backup plant. We have giant cabbage, some super hot peppers. But yeah, so that's what's going on here. Hopefully this snow will just go away as fast as possible. The next 10 days are looking a little rainy, a little snowy. Typical Colorado weather, so we just have to roll with the punches and improvise as best as we can. That's why we have the screen house. In the screen house, we're going to put a hoop house. Inside the hoop house is going to be heat cable, so we have multiple layers of contingency to try and control the climate for the tiny plants. And yeah, so as always, thank you to our sponsors, Smart Pots, Mammoth Microbes, oh man, all of those guys. We have so many. New Millennium, Microbe Life. So yeah, thank you to everybody. Go to our website, our Facebook page. Like this video, share this video with a friend, and go grow giant pumpkin. See you next time.